All right, this is video U3.7, so it's unit 3, the 7th video, 7th section. We are still looking at the angle review. It is referenced in section 2.1 in the text, if you want to use that. And I honestly think if you haven't already done it, this is one where you should be able to turn off the video, do the whole worksheet, turn it back on, and either watch the video or check in the answer key. This is really important stuff because we're going to start doing a bunch of calculations using vertical angles, alternate interior angles, corresponding angles, all that sort of stuff, and some proofs. You have to be really solid on this. All right, so turn the video off. And we're back. 6 pairs of vertical angles. Oh, look at the diagram. There's a whole lot of them. If I had sticky notes, one thing you can do again, I'll use my hand, is you can cover up parts of it and then just look at one part at a time. And it makes it a little easier. So vertical angles are right across from one another. So 2 and 8. Angle 1 and 7. So that's all the ones in that section. Now let's look here. We've got 3 and 5 and 4 and 6. All right, so 3 and 5 are cross. That's the definition of a vertical angle. 4 and 6 are cross. Angle 11 and angle 13. Angle 12 and 14. And just so nobody gets, oh, kind of went over there. Okay, whatever. Angle 9 and 15. And angle 10 and 16. All right, I realize that's 8, which is more than you needed, but odds are somebody's not going to have the same set as me, and then they're going to get worried. Nope, 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 that's good. All right, alternate interior angles. So, I just need a little piece of paper. It'll do perfectly. There. Whoops. So, that's what I'm talking about, is sometimes it's a lot easier to do cover up half your diagram so that you're not having to worry about stuff. So alternate interior angles. So there's my transversal I'm looking at. They have to be on opposite sides of it, and it kind of makes a Z. So you've got one at the top and one at the bottom. So angle 3 and angle 7 and angle 2 and angle 6. So that's that set. Now, if I flip my page over, you can find some more over here. So here's my transversal. And this is my set of interior angles to choose from. And I have to go, again, kind of make that crisscross. So angle 10 is alternate interior to angle 14. And then 11 and 15. Oops, 11. All right, so that's 4, but we can also, let's do this way, look at it that way, and use this as a transversal. So then you got angle 7 and 9, and 8 and 10. And then we've got the very last one over there. So it'd be 6 and 12. Oops. And 5 and 11. All right, those are my interior ones, so inside. Now, same thing, we're going to do exterior angles. All right, let's set it up again. So if I look at this as being my transversal, then 1 and 8 and 4 and 5, those are my sets of exteriors. So that's the whole set, but I'm looking for alternate exteriors, so 1 and 5. And 8 and 4. Then if we flip it, angle 12 and 16. Angle 9 and 13. Okay, now we got to do this one going kind of vertical there. So my outside ones are going to be 3 and 4 and 13 and 14. So 4 goes with 14. And angle 13 goes with 3. And my last batch. Oh, let's see, we're at 1 and 2 and 15 and 16. So angle 1 and 15. And angle 2 and 16. So it says pairs here and pairs here. So most of the time when you're talking about interior, exterior angles, you're always looking at pairs. Oh, now we need corresponding ones, which are also pairs of angles. All right, so I'm sitting there with the picture, my piece of paper already sitting there. So 2 is, okay, so here's a cheat. There's nothing wrong if having that diagram at an angle kind of drives you wonky to during the picture. So now it might be clear to see that if I look at this as being my transversal, 2 is in the upper left, 10 is in the upper left, 7 is in the lower, upper right, upper right. But that makes it really hard for me to write. But there's nothing wrong with that. So angle 2 and angle 10, angle 7 and angle 5. And then we got angle 1 and angle 9. And angle 8 and 16. Angle there. All right, that's that set. Now we can do this one. Angle 4 and angle 12. Right, so here's my transversal. 4 and 12 are on the same side of the transversal, and this is on top of the line and on top of the line. So angle 5, angle 13, and then angle 3, and angle 11, angle 6, and angle 14. All right, so I already got 8. But you know what? I'm going to have to do the answer key anyway. Might as well do them all. So now we've got angle 1 and 3. So here's my transversal. And we're on top of the transversal, and this is kind of under the line, and so is that one. Angle 1 and 3, angle 2 and 4, angle 8, and angle 6, and angle 7. Which means all we've got left is that set. Angle 9 and angle 11, angle 10, and angle 12, angle 14, and angle 16, and angle 13, and angle 15. It doesn't really matter if you put the angles in numerical order. I just find it easier to be organized, so if I'm looking at it later, put the smaller ones first. Okay, that was a whole lot of work, considering we only need 6, and I just wrote out 16. That's okay. If angle 3 is equal to 110 degrees, Okay. I might have to erase this later. Do the other question. Find angle 5. Well, if we look angle 3 and 5, those are vertical angles, and it should be 110 degrees too. Okay, so what is angle 6? Well, 3 and 6 are not vertical angles. The only thing they are is they're supplementary angles. They form that very nice straight curve. Straight curve, that's a terrible thing to say. That's semicircular. So then that's going to be 180 degrees in the whole thing, minus the 110, 70 degrees. So 70 degrees, supplemental to angle 3. All right, so if angle 1 is 88 degrees, what is angle 2? Well, angle 1 and 2 are supplementary again. You got that nice semicircle going on there. Minus 88, 92 degrees. Why? Because they're supplemental to angle 1. And how much is angle 7? So angle 7 is 88 degrees. Why? You know why? Exactly, vertical angles. So when I'm doing questions like this and trying to find out different angles and things like that, I look for vertical first because it's easy because the numbers just stay the same. And usually the second thing I worry about is, can I do supplementary, which just means anywhere where they form a straight line. So remember, vertical angles, oops, can't see that, are always equal, and corresponding alternate interior, alternate exterior are equal only if the lines are, see, these guys are always parallel, no matter what. I don't care what angle your lines are at, it's always going to be equal. Those other guys only work if the lines are parallel. And that's the end of the video.